Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here today. This is going to be a short view into how you guys prepare and how you guys get ready for this match. So, just want to ask a few questions about your preparation. I'm joined by my partner Jay Real today, who's hopefully going to assist me in this interview as well. But I wanted to obviously introduce the team. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Well, I'm World War Banan. I just go by Banan. And I'm from TLBR1.
I'm
Um,
Mr. Do. I'm the BR1 comp lead.
Awesome, and also joined by Jay Real as well, who's my broadcasting partner. So, guys, obviously, we have a big match coming up this Saturday against Easy Company. You guys have been preparing for a decent amount of time for this. So, I mean, what really has the team stressed during practices? I mean, how many practices do you guys have per week for this? And what do you stress during these practices?
Do you want to take it or you want me to take it?
you go ahead.
So we usually have a big practice once a week, and then we have strat meetings throughout. We haven't really been stressing this one as much as any other one. So we usually put we do our best that we can for every match. Doesn't matter who we're fighting against.
Awesome. That's a true coach answer. Every game's important. I like that.
Right, right. Is there anything special you're telling your team with this preseason game, to get them hyped up? I know we haven't seen much of Easy in their comp scene. However, what are you guys doing to prepare? And I know it's important for teams to kind of scope out that competition. Are you guys prepared for that? What are you telling the team different this time, vice playing against Sev or Tango or 20th PZG?
I'll take this one. Well, what we generally like to do after a match that we play, or before any matches, is we try to. I don't want to say we treat every team the same, but what we try to do is that Easy in this case is a bit of a mystery. They haven't I haven't heard of any scrims that they've played in as of now, and I think we may be their first scrim. But they're a great group of guys. We don't know, like, they have a lot of potential. They already have 50 people, and so or more than that maybe. And so I think what we're doing in this case is taking a look at some of the scrims we have done in the past and looking at our strengths as well as things that need improvement. And we're really kind of honing that into the guys, and just saying, hey, remember about that marksmanship, remember about this and that. So that's really what we're doing right now, and that's what we're going to do with any team that we haven't played in the past.
For sure.
Do you feel like it's harder to be technically two different communities working together on the same comp team, or do you feel like you're well adjusted now in working together, even though you're obviously part of two different communities?
Mr. Du, would you like to?
We've been playing together for so long now. It's been months and months. We're one team. That's really all I can say, is like we've played so much together that it feels like one team and not two different clans. We are a single unit.
So I've noticed that, initially, like every team, right, there's some phases, right? Storming, norming, forming, or what is it? Forming, storming, norming. And then you kind of get into that repetition of, XYZ. How did you guys get to that point where you guys are solid? I know you had a couple of scrims in the last few weeks, and you really came out there and shocked the community with a couple of big wins against like NPA and some of these other teams out there. How did you get to that point?
I'll take this one. It's just practice, practice, practice. It's just and on game day, you just got to be focused. I think that that's really what makes the difference, is that during practice it's only an hour. You take it seriously. You do your best, and then when you come on game day, you're ready, you're hydrated. You know, you know what you have to do, and you execute, and that's all there is to it in my book.
Well said. Well said. I think that's going to be kind of the hallmark and the differentiation between a lot of the teams this season for the HPL is who's willing to put in that dedicated time to really, you know, shore up and fix some of those gaps that they identify within that first game. So I'm excited to see what you guys have to offer when you play easy on Sunday. Is
Yeah,
it Sunday
sure
or is it
thing.
Saturday? Is it Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, I'm
Saturday.
tripping. Come on, Skip. You're
Who
supposed to be telling me this stuff.
who needs the real hydration? I think Jay Real, you need the real hydration over there.
Yeah, you're right.
So obviously we need to address the big elephant in the room. Recently had a change in comp team leadership. So I just want to ask you specifically, Mr. Do, how's been taking over the team so quickly right before the season starts, and obviously before this match with Easy.
So I may have taken over the BR1 comp team leadership position, which is pretty much everyone from BR1 can come talk to me about any comp team issues. But our actual leadership of the team itself hasn't really changed at all. We pretty much have a leadership group of 10 people: me, Benane, Cleto, Boldsim, Jay Bork, Ryan, Knock, Disease Unknown, and Coltrane. And we have been this group of 10 for such a long time, just every day talking to each other about comp team stuff. So there hasn't been really that much of a change for me.
So it's been easy to slide into the role, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, I don't have any more questions, Jay Real. Do you have anything else you'd like to ask him or touch upon?
Yeah. So what? Uh, and please update me on this. You guys are playing Utah Beach, correct? On the 28th.
I think we
We are
played Utah
playing
Beach before.
Foy.
Foy as
So
Axis.
if you're playing, yeah. See, I need some hydration. So you guys are playing Foy. Tell me a little bit about like your strategy, how you guys are adapting to the U10 update, how you're using your tanks, your artillery. Give me something, give me some evidence of like the combined arms strategy that you guys plan on utilizing to dominate Foy.
Man, it seems like you know more about our strategy than we do. Combine that. No, there's a couple of things that we need to look at the U10 update, and Foy is a really interesting map. It's a really good map for combined arms. There's a lot of closed areas in the city where there's engagements that are at close range. There's a lot of open areas where troops are going to be kind of hugging lines and hedges and stuff like that, and they're vulnerable to artillery. And the nature of tanks has changed a lot. Inchan just did the tanking episode where he on Hell Let's Talk, where he talked about that. Tanks are kind of slower. You need 3 people now instead of 2, and so that changes kind of like how many people are dedicated towards tanks. And Foy has always been a tank heavy map. So it's just going to be. But I think that in terms of the combined arms, I think that overall not much has changed. I think that artillery really has to be on point. They have to compensate for the fact that the guns aren't as accurate. Tanks, it's not going to be. They're not going to be able to zoom around the map as much, and they're going to really have to concentrate on positioning themselves really well on the map. And I think there's going to be more burden that's going to be put on the infantry, because when your support roles, the artillery and the tanks takes a hit, it's really up to the infantry to win those gunfights. So I think we're going to see some very ferocious fighting on Saturday.
I think so as well. That's why I'm so excited, especially to see this new team. I wouldn't even call them a new team, but to see Easy out there for their first, a broadcasted scrim or preseason game is it's going to be epic to see how you guys face off against each other. Because right now, Easy's unknown, and we can't. I don't know about you, Viper, but I can't wait to interview Puffy and see exactly what their mentality is coming into this next game with BR1 and TL, who have definitely had some successes along the way, and I think it's going to be a good showcase.
Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. I know you guys can't wait either. I'm sure.
The whole team is excited.
We're all excited.
I believe it.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks guys for joining. Appreciate your time. Thank you again. And again, it's been Viper and Jay Real. He's always keeping it real. And thanks guys, and best of luck.
Of course. Thank you. See you soon.
Appreciate it.